Having lived with body dysmorphia, it always starts off slow. Then, in an instant, builds. Small imperfections that we see in ourselves start to become big ones. Disorienting, even. The problem is, social media makes it feel normal that we should be feeling this way.
Sexualities.
I'm straight.
Straight? Questioning?
Sure, no, that's a lie. I'm bisexual.
Okay, bisexual. Are you guys on dating apps?
No. Yes.
Okay. On dating apps, do you like the dating apps or no?
They're okay.
They're okay. How do they make you feel at the end of the day?
They feel like that dating is something that's not as special as it used to be, because you essentially can just swipe between people,
Yeah.
and then you have to reach out to them, and then it's really easy to not continue speaking to them. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel as important as it should be.
How does it change the way you view yourself and your appearance, would you say? If it does at all.
I think it depends on the app, actually, because some app, they put a lot of efforts on like prompts and you writing a really deep message. Yeah. And then there's some where it's just like the picture that matters.
So, what are your sexualities? I know, it's not the time, never the time or the place. I swear to God.
I don't know how to answer that question. I guess bi-ace.
Okay.
Bisexual.
Bisexual.
Okay. Are you guys on dating apps?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so why aren't you on dating apps and why are you guys still on dating apps?
I find it really hard to be interested in people that I don't personally know yet or I haven't formed friendships with yet.
I don't know. I was trying to get over my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
I was just bored.
Yeah, okay. How would you say that dating apps kind of make you feel about yourself, like after using them?
Oh, this question isn't for me.
I don't know. A little gross. Like I go on there and then I'm like, well, because I feel objectified but also disgusted at myself at the same time, you know?
You know, I get that.
Yeah.
Feel bad?
I don't know. I'm like anonymous on it, so I don't have a profile picture or anything. So I don't really get any of the downsides, really.
Okay.
And people, yeah, they just hit up a blank profile a lot, too. I don't know why, but...
Grinder, man.
Green flag.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and then would you guys say that there's like a certain standard in the LGBTQ plus community that's maybe unfair, too high?
I definitely think, like, as the LGBTQ community becomes more accepted, this is mostly, I see it a lot more in the younger generation, where, like, if you're a certain sexuality, you have to look a certain way, you have to buy certain products, you have to dress a certain way. Like, I think I was talking to some people earlier, and I think it was said in a jokey way, but it's like, oh yeah, all gays wear cuffed jeans, and they buy iced tea, and they have pins and stuff, and it feels like we're commodifying parts of ourselves, and people who don't fit in these stereotypes are like, or are like straight passing, air quotes, are not like considered accepted in the community, despite the fact that the LGBTQ community is it specifically exists for people who like just simply identify with a different sexuality from straight.
I feel like it is getting more accepted, but I feel like if you don't, like, if you're not, like, what is stereotypically considered, like, hot, you know, like, and you say that you're bisexual, then people are like, oh, okay, but if you're, like, hot and you're bisexual, then, like, you know, that's, like, a whole thing, like, there's a whole fetish around that, and, yeah, that's all I have to say, really.
Well, I was talking about Grinder,
Oh no,
and
it's so bad.
all of the pictures are all like abs and like. So I definitely there is like an ideal body type of hot is like muscles, like being muscular, and so there definitely is a big thing for that.
What would you define your sexuality as, each of you?
Bisexual.
I'm pansexual.
Oh yeah, pansexual.
I'm pansexual.
Pansexual. Okay. Are you guys on dating apps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not right now, but I have.
Okay. What is your general view of the times you've been on those dating apps?
I've had a generally positive view. I met some friends in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Okay.
Like just off of it, like some friends who were girls, and they are still my friends. And I met an ex-boyfriend, and it was a good relationship. And
Okay.
yeah, you meet like new people, make connections.
Yeah.
I hate the men's side, and so I turn it off most of the time.
Okay, understandable.
And I feel like everyone generally is just hyper dry with conversation
Yeah.
and disinteresting for the most part, but I also have like had good experiences with like dating apps and like meeting people or like having like momentary like things that were beneficial, but
Yeah.
I also feel like I've had a generally positive experience on dating apps, but I definitely see a complete difference in talking to women versus men on those dating apps. Like,
I agree.
I feel like it's a lot more clear what certain people's are of what women's intentions are when they're messaging you and like when you're talking to them, rather than men are too straightforward with the point, and it's just
Yeah.
it's too much.
No,
So
I get that.
yeah.
Do you guys think that being on dating apps kind of changes how you view yourself, like your appearance, your thoughts, your ideas, like how you view yourself in general?
Well, yeah, because every time you meet a new person, they have a perception of you that they don't, like, they've crafted it, but it's not necessarily, like, actually true. So, like, you kind of have to, like, tell a person, like, oh, these are my core beliefs, like, so, like, you can see if you have anything in common at all, since, like, there's so many people to choose from, you want to, like, you don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
I feel like just similarly to social media, it's like a condensed version of forcing people to choose a persona. And it like lends itself to like thinking about if you're like creating a persona and stuff. And I think that everyone to some degree does, but that just like makes authenticity tougher.
Saying social media is completely bad isn't the whole picture. It can allow someone to foster new relationships even if they're more temporary. However, many underestimate the impact social media has on how we view ourselves, often making one question their own value and putting it in the hands of others. Now, realizing this is the first step in regaining one's own control and washing away the things that simply don't serve us.